The Daily News, a snapshot of a century. 1918. D.R. Vijayawardena pioneered the Daily News newspaper. The first page carried news on legal affairs of famous personalities, police reports, obituary notices, world and sports news. 1927. Mahatma Gandhi visited Sri Lanka for 2 weeks and met the national hero C.E. Correa during his stay in Chilau. The Daily News, providing the only English record of the occasion, said in 1927, when Gandhi came to Ceylon, he was invited to Chilau by C.E. Correa, chairman of the Chilau Association. C.E. Correa fought relentlessly for Swaraj, and the British bureaucracy wilted under his elegant verbal thrusts, and it was remarked that what Chilau said today, Colombo thought on the morrow. 1931. Sri Lanka, referred to as Ceylon at the time, received the right to vote for the first time with the implementation of the Donoughmore Constitution. Daily News, reporting in its June 13, 1931 publication, said, the result was announced at 9:45 p.m. Tense excitement prevailed. The crowd burst into thunderous applause. 1948. Sri Lanka received independence from the British Empire and received the freedom to make decisions on behalf of the nation through the election of a local governing body. 1960. After the demise of S.W.R.D. Bandaranayake, his wife Sirimavo Bandaranayake succeeded his position as SLFP party leader and was appointed as the world's first female premier. The Daily News reported, Mrs. Sirima Bandaranayake, president of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, which secured 75 seats in a House of 151, was sworn in as Prime Minister yesterday evening, the world's first woman premier. 1964. The Press Suppression Bill passed at the Senate, and the Daily News was declared a state-owned newspaper. It was a virtual Bastille Day in the Senate today. Barricades and barbed wire obstructed the movement of men and vehicles. The Daily News, expressing its dismay, reported, this was a day of doom for press freedom in this country. 1978. J.R. Jayawardena's new constitution announcing the executive presidency was formally promulgated, and he was appointed as the first executive president of Sri Lanka. The Daily News said, a new page in the history of Sri Lanka turns today when the Prime Minister, Mr. J.R. Jayawardena, takes his oaths as the first elected executive president of Sri Lanka. The swearing-in ceremony before the public on Galle-Face Green is symbolic for Mr. Jayawardena as the first head of state and government to be chosen by his people. At the auspicious time 8:58 this morning, when the Chief Justice, Mr. Neville Samarakone, administers the oath of office, a major constitutional change takes effect, a radical departure from the Westminster system of government to the presidential form of administration. 1983. Black July. Riots erupted in response to the ambush launched by the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam (LTTE), killing 13 army soldiers. On July 26, 1983, the Daily News captured the events, saying rioting broke out in several parts of Colombo following the killing of 13 soldiers in Jaffna on the previous night. Shops and houses in several parts of Colombo were damaged by looters and 3 deaths were reported. 1993. President Premadasa was assassinated by the LTTE terrorists during the UMP May rally campaign. Reporting on the events which took place at the funeral of the great leader, the Daily News said in its May 3, 1993 publication, Lanka went into mourning yesterday as tens of thousands of grieving people lined up outside Sucharita in Halsdorf to bid farewell to a fallen leader, whom many here eulogize as the common man's president. 1994. Chandrika Bandaranayake Kumaratunga was elected as the first female president in Sri Lanka. Daily News said, Mrs. Chandrika Bandaranayake Kumaratunga will be sworn in as Sri Lanka's new president by Chief Justice G.P.S. De Silva at 10:30 a.m. today in the main conference hall of the Presidential Secretariat. In the Daily News November 12, 1994 edition, it said Mrs. Kumaratunga, who won the election with an unprecedented 62.28% vote, will become Sri Lanka's first woman president and the 4th executive president. 1996. the Sri Lankan cricket team won their first World Cup, becoming the first team in the history of the World Cup to bat second and win. The Daily News of March 18, 1996 reported, Sri Lanka conquered cricket's Mount Everest when they bashed the Australians by 7 wickets in the Wills World Cup final under lights at the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore. 2004. Sri Lanka faced its largest natural disaster, the tsunami. The Daily News of December 27, 2004 reported, the tsunami tidal waves were caused by a massive earthquake measuring 8.9 on the Richter scale off the coast of Sumatra. Sri Lanka, India and Maldives were the worst affected countries of the region. This is the worst ever natural disaster in Sri Lanka. 2009. Sri Lanka wins the 30-year civil war against the LTTE. Reporting on the last stage of the war, the Daily News said in its May 19, 2009 edition, the last inch of land under the control of LTTE was liberated by the valiant security forces. This totally eliminated all top LTTE leaders and the balanced terrorist cadres trapped inside when troops foiled their last bid to escape from the safe zone in the early hours of yesterday, disguising as civilians. Relating President Mahinda Rajapaksa's response to the nation's victory, the Daily News said, a visibly moved President Rajapaksa knelt down and kissed the earth no sooner he got down from the plane. 2015. President Maithripala Sirisena assumes duties as the current President of Sri Lanka. Daily News in its January 10, 2015 publication said, the common candidate of the joint opposition Maithripala Sirisena secured a comprehensive victory at Thursday's presidential election to become the 6th executive president of Sri Lanka. Ranil Wickremesinghe was appointed as the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka for the 4th time. He obtained an all-time high record of preferential votes for a candidate in the election, according to the Daily News of 20th August 2015. 2018. The Daily News celebrates an epic 100-year journey of being the English daily newspaper staple of every Sri Lankan family.